So Milking Time evolved over a long time. I've been writing it for 6 years, but there were two events that really triggered it. And the first was when I was in Ireland and I was at a cattle sale. And I was expecting little Dexter cattle, which is the sort of cattle that I use to restore landscape in Tassie. And a gentleman farmer came up and said, "You won't find ducks nor hens around here." He addressed the male travelling companion that I was with. And so I looked around, and sure enough, at that cattle sale, not only were there these huge European Union cows that were just designed to produce beef and not have a nice life or enhance the environment, I was being shown that there were no women in that area, and one woman was there entering data into the selling system, and I recognised that this global system of agriculture is impacting everyone, and women are ostracised. And so I got on the plane. Connie Mulligan came into my world. She's my main character. And the second event happened on the west coast of Tasmania, where the Non-Conformity Festival was on, and there were some animal activists there. They were vegans, and the locals on the wild west coast of Tassie threw some meat at them, and it made national news. And I recognised that there's a lot of misinformation around repair of landscape. So all of these agricultural systems that I've been practicing in repairing landscape, I just wanted Connie Mulligan to bring to light the truth around food systems. And so, I've told it in a really funny, uplifting tale that aims to inform people and bring people together so that we're all looking after our animals and Mother Earth. So Connie Mulligan is very much ostracised from her family, from the culture of agriculture itself. She's sort of seen glimpses of other ways of turning her community around, which is suffering ill health because of the systems that they have surrounding their township. So it's not until Connie meets a posse of women, both in Tasmania and in Ireland, that the answers to all of those questions of how to improve her landscape, her animals' welfare and herself come to light. So it's through the strength of collaboration that Connie really finds her way forward. And there's a magical way at the end of the book where she transforms the whole town just through her belief in what's possible. And I've based that actually on my own network of women that I have. So I sell on an online farmers market called Tasmanian Produce Collective, and the women in that system are amazing, and we collaborate, and we're delivering food to our customers who are informed. They know about holistic systems in farming. And so Connie brings that to life in the book, but also I'm living it. And I also love to mention the character of Uncle Larry. He is suffering under the systems that the modern world dictates to people. And so Uncle Larry represents what I call the brotherhood of kind men. And so we have a posse of characters as well that step in and support the women to get their message out so that they actually change the food that they're putting on the plates of the families that they love. So it's a heartfelt message. I have drawn on real life people and real life experience with this novel. It is so scalable, what the novel speaks of. Biomimicry is how we mimic nature in farming systems, so we're getting diversity back. Natural sequence farming is another method that we can repair entire broadacre landscapes right across Australia. And so I introduce those kinds of concepts in painting with words, is what I call it, so that people who read the book can understand that it doesn't matter if you're a plants-only person, you're a carnivore, you're an omnivore, or you're following some sort of diet, unless you are eating food from living soil that supports every bit of nature from the soil microbes right through, then you're doing a disservice. So it's up to every individual person really to understand that there's a lot of misinformation around in agricultural systems, and it is driven by the dollars. So Milking Time really unpacks the truth around food, but it doesn't give the reader a sense of fear that we're facing climate crisis. It gives us a real tangible sense that we can turn this big old ship around. And I know farmers from America right through in Europe, we're all networking together and we are making change, and Connie highlights that. I'd really love the reader to just recognise that humour is key, and I've woven humour throughout this book, and it's a particular brand of humour. It's Tassie-as. I'm Tasmanian through to my bones, fifth generation, and I've woven through some really funny anecdotes in this book, and so I want people to feel a sense of joy and hope. And also, you'll get to the end of it, and if you put on a skirt, by the time you've read to the end of it, you'll know exactly what I need you to do.